A quiet but profound contest is underway on the North American continent. This isn't a military standoff, but an economic marathon with global consequences. The US, long the dominant partner, now faces a Canada that's playing a new game. When Washington threatened a sweeping 35% tariff on Canadian imports, Prime Minister Carney's government didn't panic, they strategized. Rather than a tit-for-tat trade war, Canada is leveraging its unique strengths, vast resources, industrial capacity, and strategic geography. The old rules no longer apply. Canada is pivoting from dependence to diversification, reminding Washington that economic cooperation is a two-way street. This isn't about ending the partnership, but redefining it on more equal terms. The world is watching to see if Canada's quiet, deliberate strategy can succeed where angry rhetoric has failed. Potash, essential for fertilizer and food security, is a resource most people overlook. Canada controls the world's largest supply, giving it powerful leverage. American farmers depend on potash from Saskatchewan. Any disruption would hit US agriculture hard. If tariffs escalate, Canada could restrict potash exports, driving up costs for US farmers and consumers. This isn't just theory, it's a structural reality of North American supply chains. Canada's control of potash is a silent but potent bargaining chip. It's a reminder trade wars cut both ways, and interdependence is real. Canada is no longer just a supplier, it's a strategic player. The message to Washington is clear: cooperation is essential for both sides. For decades, Canadian energy flowed south to the US, but that's changing. Canada is investing billions to reroute oil and gas exports to Asia, building pipelines and LNG terminals on the Pacific coast. This shift gives Canada options, reducing reliance on a single buyer and strengthening its bargaining position. Now, Canadian energy is a global commodity, not just an American one. If the US market closes, Canada has alternatives and leverage. This strategic pivot is about economic independence and negotiating power. Canada is no longer a captive supplier, but a global energy player. The new energy map is a cornerstone of Canada's economic sovereignty. Steel has always been a flashpoint in Canada-US trade. In response to US tariffs, Canada isn't just retaliating, it's protecting its industry and investing in the future. Defensive safeguards block cheap steel imports, shielding Canadian jobs. But the real game changer, Canada, is investing in green steel, using cleaner technologies to produce low-carbon products. This positions Canadian steel as a premium choice in global markets, especially where climate goals matter. Canada is retooling its heavy industry for the 21st century, not abandoning it. The message: Canada's steel sector will be stronger, greener, and more competitive. In the face of tariffs, Canada is playing offense, not just defense. The auto industry is the heart of North American trade, deeply integrated across the border. A 35% tariff would devastate supply chains and jobs on both sides. Canada's leveraged US automakers rely on Canadian plants and parts. Any disruption hurts both countries. But Canada isn't standing still. It's betting big on electric vehicles, attracting billions in investment for EV plants and battery manufacturing. By securing a central role in the EV supply chain, Canada becomes indispensable to the industry's future. This is a powerful bargaining chip as the world shifts to electric cars. Canada can argue that tariffs threaten the very EV future both countries need. The strategy: protect today's jobs and lead tomorrow's industry. Canada's auto sector is built to survive and thrive in the electric era. The final pillar of Canada's strategy is trade diversification. For decades, Canada relied on the US for most of its trade, creating both prosperity and vulnerability. Now, Canada is pushing hard to open new markets, signing major trade deals with Europe and the Pacific. This isn't about replacing the US, but about reducing risk and building resilience. Canada is targeting fast-growing economies in Asia and Latin America, focusing on sectors like clean tech and agriculture. Diversification means new opportunities and greater geopolitical influence. Canada is moving from dependency to self-reliance, reshaping its economic destiny. This quiet shift may be Prime Minister Carney's most lasting legacy, a more balanced, resilient partnership for North America.